trilogy, but I don't know. It's a weird one because normally with a trilogy, you have it one apiece. We've just come off a draw and a finish from Moreno in the last fight, and Moreno looked very convincing in the last fight. But things are not always as they seem. Figueiredo won by unanimous decision. I think all three judges gave it by a round, basically, to Figueiredo. There's a lot of controversy online about this fight at the time as well. Some people having it in Moreno's favor. Obviously, he landed more significant strikes in the fight, but Figueiredo had 3 knockdowns and I think 2 takedowns on his side. So, how did you score that?
Yeah, so basically, when I watched it at the time, I think what it is when you're a Moreno fan, like majority of people are in this fight, just because of the kind of person that he is, you sort of react more to anything that he's throwing and landing, and he obviously landed more. But when I went back and watched it round by round, I watched the fight twice, round by round, it was 2-2 going into the 5th, and Figueiredo just edged the 5th because of that knockdown. So I think the judges got it right, to be honest, and they don't always get it right. As we know, there's some weird decisions, but 100% it was 2-2, and then final round, Figueiredo got that. Everyone might score it differently, but I think if you watch it round by round and take your fans, like if you're a fan of Moreno, take that out of the equation, I think the right person won.
I think so too. To be fair, at the start of that 5th round, Moreno gets a takedown, but then there's a knockdown later on in the round, and he didn't have much ground control after the takedown. So you would give the significance to the knockdown. But it's a strange one because with the knockdowns as well, Moreno was back up on his feet. They weren't there was one where he like grabbed his legs at the end of the round and held
at the end of the round, yeah.
But the other 2, one he like forward rolled away from him and got straight back up to his feet and landed a good shot. Yeah. And then the one in the last, he was straight back up again. So it's a weird one for me because there were shots that Moreno landed where Figueiredo wobbled as well, but he just didn't drop to his knee or drop.
Yeah.
So it's such a weird one in terms of how you score it, but I don't think anyone could say, "Oh, Moreno was robbed."
No.
I do believe Figueiredo won the fight.
I feel that there was a lot of waiting going on. Like Figueiredo wasn't making that first move. Moreno didn't want to make that first move, but he was forced into it. He was sort of looking for angles, looking for his shots. So Figueiredo obviously had that game plan that you said after the fight as well, that to draw him in. And when he was getting involved in the brawls, his corner were telling him to come off, slow down. You don't need to get involved in the brawls. He did let it go at the end of the 5th round, but that was at the end. But his corner team in the middle of the rounds didn't want him to exchange. I think they know that Moreno's just got a mad chin and they're not going to be able to finish him. They don't want him involved in those. And Moreno's got power as well. He did rock Figueiredo a few times. So it was a good game plan by Figueiredo and he stuck to it.
I think that might be something to do with Henry Cejudo because in camp he was talking to him about range, but I think the amount of time that he worked with him wasn't enough time to show him that range when he's going forward. So I think what they've probably said to him is you look to counter and wait until he's in your range rather than you trying to get into the correct range with him. So instead of being the aggressor, you be the one on the back foot. He's going to try and be the aggressor, step into your range, and then you hit him rather than him going into where Moreno wants him, missing, and then Moreno's the one landing. So I just think, and the only thing with that is I think in the next fight, if he carries on training with Henry Cejudo, it's probably going to elevate his game even more. So it'd be interesting to see what Moreno does.
Yeah, I think it's difficult.
You reckon there'll be a fight?
I think they might have to ask, depending on the situation of the Askarov guy, I think he might be able to slide in and then maybe a 4th one. There's not many people, like we mentioned I think last time, that are in that division that people want to see fight, but I think everyone wants to see the 4th one. And that's never happened before, has it? Four fights in UFC history. So it's the first time. I think it will happen. People want to see it happen, and that's the main thing. If people want to see it happen, it normally happens. So, maybe after the Askarov fight, though.
Who's Kai Kara France fighting?
You got Kai. I'm not too sure.
He's fighting someone. I think it's the week after the UFC London card.
Yeah, correct. That was in Dan Hooker's interview.
I think he's fighting someone there. So that might be a title contender fight potentially. But I
Oh
can't.
shit, you're right. Yeah, it's Askarov. There we go.
Yeah,
That's a number one
there
contender
you go.
fight. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a number one contender fight. So I think it might be Figueiredo versus one of them. Moreno maybe has one other fight as well, and then yeah,
Yeah.
see where it goes from there. But yeah, I think that fourth fight has to happen. I could watch them fight on every single card, to be honest, because
Yeah.
it's always exciting them to.
Yeah.
Like they come there, the energy level's so high, the striking's fucking great. Like it's just amazing to watch.
Yeah. I just don't know like what Moreno's gonna do, how he's gonna game plan next time for the more cautious approach from Davidson, Figueiredo. So I don't know what changes he can make on his side. That's the interesting thing. Whether it's just to go more aggressive or play that waiting game more. I'm not sure.
I think with Moreno, I don't think he probably played the aggressor during this camp because I
Mm.
don't think he was expecting to be the aggressor in the
Yeah. Yeah.
fight.
Yeah.
So I think it might be interesting to see if he tries to take on that role in his next camp and how it
Yeah.
works for him. Because man, he's so quick.
Yeah.
Like he's
Ridiculous.
obviously the power advantage was with Figueiredo, but he's got power as well.
Yeah.
But he also has a lot of speed.
Yeah.
So it would be interesting to see him playing that aggressor role after he's had a full camp trying to do that.
Yeah.
So
His jab's lightning fast.
yeah, man, he's very good. So I think that fourth fight needs to happen, and it would just be I don't even know. I don't know who would be favorite or underdog. I think it'd probably be evens going into that fight, man.
100%. Yeah, we look forward to that one anyway. Let's break down the main event.